The great solar flash that everyone talks about is underway right now. We've had the most solar activity this week than we've had in years, maybe even decades. We've had 3 X-class solar flares just this week alone, which is the strongest type, as well as the sun is just like a piece of popcorn popping with so many dozens of M-class solar flares. The Schumann resonance, which is Earth's heartbeat, has actually been really showing an artificial chart for decades. And it now doesn't even know what's going on. It was whiting out, it was blacking out, and now it's not even registering pretty much anything. We have gone beyond the point of science even being able to measure the frequencies of the Earth. So we are going quantum, and we have cleared a lot of this artificial, these frequency nets. So much is going on. We even had, I heard in the USA, that flights can take off for like hours likely because of this X-class solar flare. The technologies of the planet are very low grade. They can't even cope with all of this activity coming in. So this is part of the reason why we are going to be up leveling, right? All this frequency is up leveling our own DNA, consciousness. We're getting smarter by the second at this point. We are plugging into higher dimensions. We are connecting so many parts of ourselves, and we're becoming super quantum. Same thing happening with the planet, right? As above, so below. We are the microcosm, the cells of the planet. So when we up level, the planet does, and vice versa. So all of this activity, the really cheap and artificial technologies out there, that they just can't keep up. So it's going to be actually interesting as we go on in the future, right? So we don't have to be worried about the grids going down and life's going to be over and it'd be utter chaos. But we do need to know that there's going to be so many amazing new technologies coming in that are not toxic technologies. And I did see you guys in the comments. I will be doing a video on toxic technologies that I talked about in the last video, or maybe 2 videos ago. So make sure you check out my other videos the last couple days. There's some mind-blowing information there. Don't miss out. But the new technologies coming in are going to be in alignment with organic creation, enhancing humanity, the environment, not destroying it. So again, I'll save it for the next video when I talk about toxic technologies later on this month, but we're going to be seeing so many amazing technologies. All these old ones literally have to go. Like we have, for example, our electric grids. That's the best they got, is a wire going down the street? I don't think so. People think that we're in this amazing modern society of all this amazing technology, and it is absolute crap compared to what's going to be going on. We're going to be having things to do with plasma, sound frequencies. Everything is going to be actually aligning with the planet and free energy. We're not going to have wires going down the street on poles. Are you kidding me? So we're going to be not paying these companies, these corporations, for things like electricity, and all these bills that you have are going to be going away in the future. So again, this is going to be a massive transformation because, of course, right, the ones that are making that money are not going to be happy. So there's going to be, of course, a push and a pull and a lot going on as the old is dismantled over and over, layer by layer. Got these electric cars, the Teslas. Are you kidding me? It's crap. It's made with a battery. It's not even Tesla technologies. Anyways, I'm kind of getting off topic, but know that we are in for massive change. I did talk about, of course, my 2 videos ago talking about all the games that are going to be going on this year as the 3D crumbles. They're not going to go down without a fight. As we are integrating all of this energy, the grand solar flash is never one flash. I did a whole video on it. Make sure you guys check that out as well, because a lot of people like to use that as an excuse to sit around and wait for some external event. The great solar flash is going to be inside your own atoms, where you become super quantum. So for me, this happened in 2017. And so it's something that you have to experience, where you become the unified field and you become a pure plasma light body. So of course, there's many stages, but you will explode from the inside out and become completely detached from the false magnetism and the gravity of the planet. It is an internal thing that every person will go through on an individual basis. Your nervous system has to upgrade. Your light body is literally your nervous system. Where we're not going to have one flash and wait around for the spaceships to show up to lead us down the way to New Earth. Are you kidding me? Like, do you see how that is absolutely a plan from the negatives to try to make people wait around? And they'll show you where to go, right down the black hole of the Phantom Earth, at the Phantom Matrix. And again, that video is coming up as well next week. You're not going to want to miss out on hearing all about these little things going on that are hidden in plain sight. The grand solar flash is underway right now. We are up leveling to a level beyond where you've ever been before. So I have lots of other videos you guys can check out about things like, you know, signs you quantum jump timelines and signs of ego or spiritual death and rebirth, and just so many different things that will indicate to you that you are shifting. Because remember, it's not like we're going up and up and up and we're going into bliss states of love and light. That's not at all what Ascension is. Ascension is essentially the last week what we've been doing. We expanded out into brand new levels. This is what happens when we get huge intakes of new photonic light, which is really just the external showing us that we expanded internally to accept more light. So it's never some external sun just blasting off. We as individuals and the planet up-leveled so much last week that the sun was able to give us so much more photonic light. This is literally scalar waves. This is your DNA upgrading. So know that we expanded to levels beyond what you've ever been before. You could be experiencing many things, trippiness. So again, I have lots of videos on these type of things, glitches in your reality, things you can't explain, like feeling like you're absolutely crazy, feeling like you're someone else, like looking in the mirror and being like, seeing your face shapeshift into many different faces. You'd be feeling like you don't know who you are. Who's Roxanne? I have no idea, because again, we are so many different aspects of self integrating. You're integrating all of your past lives, which are all happening simultaneously right now. Then you're upgrading all of your soul group, then all of your oversoul group and your avatar group and your Rishi solar levels. You are literally thousands of little yous sprawled out over time and space. It's crazy. And so you will feel different. So a lot of times you might see, like I said, sparkles. You might be seeing the crystalline literally in the air. The air is sparkling, or like you're seeing the air. So it goes beyond that, right? When we start moving into the solar Rishi levels, a pure sound radiation. This is pre-light. You won't even see it as light. You will see it as shape-shifting geometry patterns, like microscopic. That's everywhere, right? The sky is raining sparkles onto you. And I have a video on that. Check it out for more. You can be seeing, like I said, vortexes, spirals, like you're going through a twilight zone. Like literally your whole scene opens up to a shape-shifting vortex, and you are that. It is your light body. It's your MERKABA. You can be feeling like you're orbiting, like you're spinning, like you have a hula hoop or many hula hoops that you are literally have become. You're becoming a Stargate. It's no joke, right? And so these are all the signs of the grand solar flash happening within you. Within you. So again, many other things, right? Definitely the heaviness is starting now though. So what usually happens is, also a lot of people did say that last week they were purging, right? So you could have been having a lot of the really trippiness, the really expansive feelings, feeling ungrounded, unstable. Other people were purging. There's a lot of emotion. It was a lot of density. Actually, today seemed really dense. So again, it's whatever is good for you. Because remember, we expand, then we have to integrate. All that has to come now in the body. And that's not the fun part. Because what it is now your new level of higher frequency, your new level of spin rate has to then be anchored into the center point. That's where all the dinge has to come out. That's where the toxins start coming out, right? This is like a cleansing crisis that you go through every day. And we are in a quantum cleansing crisis right now. Old traumas are coming up to the surface. Old yous, right? You as a 2-year-old, you might be acting like a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, right? I'm a bratty little 12-year-old. And that's fine, because that's your wounded child aspects that are coming up. We have to integrate and heal so much on every single level, not just childhood trauma, not just past life that's happening right now, karma, our ancestry karma, but then, like I said, we go on to then start healing our soul group, for the oversoul group, for the whole avatar collective. We start going way beyond the planet. So this is what Ascension's about. So again, take my course, Ascension Magic. If all this sounds interesting for you guys to learn, hundreds of topics. But know that Ascension is the ups and downs. So again, I have other videos on that as well. And it never ends. We are moving into infinity. It does get easier though. Well, I'd say it gets harder plus easier at the same time, because you learn to master it. So when you are the entire unified field, it's not easy, but you get used to it. So this is also why at the beginning, well, not just the beginning, during the whole thing, you will go through certain times where you are so sensitive to sound, to light, to just energy, to noise, because I said sound. You're just so sensitive to everything. You feel like you're just vulnerable. And that happens, right? Sometimes you feel like you are so overwhelmed, you can't handle it for another second, and you're just gonna you don't know how you're gonna handle this the rest of your life. Know that it gets easier. That's what I mean. We expand to new levels, then we integrate. We expand again, integrate again. Right? We're not going up. We're essentially becoming the breathing unified field of expansion, which is the masculine principle of the dielectric energy. And then the magnetic, which is the pull together, and we're in balance. So we become that unified field of creation itself. We're not moving up our own rate to new earth and leaving the old behind. We're becoming everything, which is why we also get to heal everyone else's stuff. Now, again, we don't just take it on purpose, right? That's the old way. That's the old way that, well, I used to do, and I'm sure many of you, right? We were the black hole for everyone's garbage. We don't do that. Well, we do that during the process, but what we learn that actually, as we heal ourselves, we don't have these microscopic black holes that resonate with pieces of other people's stuff that bring it into our fields. Instead, we become that pure, infinite, unconditional love, which is a harmonizing force field. Like I said, we are a breathing, shape-shifting force field that has to harmonize everything that we come in contact with, and even things in distant stars. And like I said, in the multidimensional self is infinite. But this is why we get picky. We don't just hang out with any old person anymore. We have to change our life. This is also why all your higher aspects start taking the reins, because your little ego 3D self sometimes doesn't want to do it. And trust me, I've been there, so you're not alone. But it has to be a time where you let go of people, places, jobs, relationships, homes, anything that you can't harmonize has to go. So obviously there's not a hierarchy, right? It's not you're up here and they're down here, but just think about it in terms of just an easy concept. So say their vibration level is at this level and yours is up here as far as frequency goes, right? At any moment in time, right? We can change, we can drop down too. Now, to be in the same room as someone, you have to meet in the middle. They have to level up. You have to level down, or vice versa. Say you're hanging out with someone really high vibe, you got to level up to meet them. Now, the whole collective out there is also expanding. Now, to people that are not conscious of this, they will feel it in terms of being depressed, feeling anger, rage bubbling up, feeling emotional, feeling that anxiety, right? So they don't know what's going on, but they're feeling different, which is why, of course, we're seeing the chaos breaking out in the world, absolutely ridiculous, things going on everywhere. So that's all a sign of the energies are coming in, and people are being triggered, and they like to project it on other people. So again, that will continue this year as things, right, as the energy gets burnt off. It has to come out of us, right? It's not, oh, it's someone else's fault over there. These energies, these polarities need to come up and out of every one of us. Just know that as you move forward, this is how also our life draws us into alignment, right? We have to let go of things, people, places that we can't harmonize with. So again, know that we're all up-leveling at different times, right? But just be aware that as you move forward, can certain people or places or homes align with you over time? Or are they something that you need to, right, in order for you to live at your highest potential, do you have to let some of these things go? So again, we don't have to run and live in a cardboard box tomorrow. Instead, it's just being observant to different things, right? Because people are up-leveling at different levels. And if you're watching my videos, you probably just had a quantum shift beyond what you've ever had before. So like I was saying, now typically what happens is when we get to the highest level. So I usually love when these X-class solar flares come in, because for me, that's closer to my frequency, my spin rate, right? Some people can't handle that, of course. That's something new for them. But regardless, we always have to come back down in the body. And that's where it's not fun. That's where the purging goes on. That's where the physical purging, you could be feeling sick, having vertigo, dizziness. You could be seeing just like I said, haze where it's hard to see. You feel like you're going blind. You feel like there's just like so much blocking in your sinuses. You could be feeling, like I said, heart palpitations, nervous system issues, circulation issues, headaches. I have many videos. Check out my whole playlist on Ascension Symptoms. I have like 10 videos. You guys can learn more. Hot flashes, cold flashes, like it's just, there's so many different things, right, beyond the point of this video, but just know that we have to integrate it. And also what typically happens is we get kind of that really dullness. We get depressed, we feel lower, because what happens is, right, when we expand, it's kind of happiness. It's like, ooh, we're up to this higher level. And then we have to fall back into the body and integrate. And then we kind of feel like life sucks, and right, we're sick of this, and we're kind of like irritated, and right, we feel the density again as the density is coming up to be released. So know that it's never forever, it's always temporary. And it's the ups and downs of ascension. If you need more, take my course, Ascension Magic. I have hundreds of videos, diagrams, topics, and techniques to help you guys fully understand the ascension process. It's not about the great solar flash. Don't forget to comment what you guys are feeling to help others. It really helps others know that what they're going through is normal. Because like I said, there's a gazillion ascension symptoms, all depending on what your body needs. And you know, what issues you have. You might have certain hormone issues, certain issues in organs or in glands, or in your crystal seal network, or in your meridians, right? There's so many different things that if you comment below, then you can really help other people know that they're not dying, because I know it can feel like you're dying, of course, because we're dying yet another death of the false self as we open up to our true authentic self, layer by layer by layer. All right, love you guys. I hope I earned a thumbs up. And don't forget to share the video with everyone you know. I'm Roxanne. This has been EARTH1111. Shine bright out there. It's going to be a crazy month, and you are going to be walking in a brand new world in a couple days' time. Love you. Bye.